All right. Welcome, everybody, to another session of Three Crowns. Had an interesting one last time. Dealt with some of the consequences of our actions and then made our plan to journey into hell and executed it. So, previously on Three Crowns, the party, knowing that there was an open hell gate in the area near the town of Tradewater in the island kingdom of Middlemere, knew that they needed to close it, but the only information that they had on how to do so was that it needed to be done from the other side. That it couldn't just be collapsed from the material plane. And that in traveling through the Hellgate, they would need to slay the demon that helped open it before it could be truly closed. And so they began their preparations using their allies that were available to them, including some of the Kingsguard of Middlemere, as well as their scholar friend Pavlova, and one of the Knights of the Red Order, Runica, to aid them in their trip into hell. Specifically, the Infernal Circle of Agramoth. And so the preparations were made. They stormed back into the area, the underground caverns where the Hell Gate was located. They fought their way through fiendish guards and arrived at the Hell Gate once more, where the Scholar and the Knight of the Red Order made plans to stabilize the Hell Gate in order to allow the mortal party to travel through it without too much damage. And as soon as preparations were ready, and Pavlova had scrawled down the ritual for closing the portal on the other side, the party dove through. And as they were sort of torn apart, their bodies disassembled and reassembled once more in the infernal plane. Two of the party found themselves changed as they were spat out the other side. They had been flesh warped, something they'd been warned about before entering the portal. Zeru's fingers were warped into demonic-looking talons, and Tibber had grown a rather demonic-looking tail. But they had no time to even gather themselves or survey their surroundings, because as soon as they were spat out the other side of the portal, they were immediately attacked by guards on the other side. And that was where we left off. So that is where we'll return. $16, not bad. All right. So before we get started, thanks our venerated overlord for the 19 months, and Tasty for the 22 months. Wow. Very, very grateful. It always surprises me how long I've been doing this for. Even never quite feels like that long until you see it written down in front of you. So let's get back into it, shall we? All right. So, the four of you, you're spat out by the Hellgate. Your stomachs lurch as you're launched out onto hard, kind of smooth, almost melted stone. And immediately you feel just enveloped in a burning, acrid heat. It feels like the air around you is almost acidic, eating away at your very body. And as you sort of fall forward onto the ground, Zero, you notice your hands in front of you have been changed. And Tibber, you feel this tail sort of wrapping around the side of your body. But the two of you have no time to recognize those changes, or even the others have no time to even acknowledge them, because as you guys look up to even see if you made it to the right area, you see creatures across the stone, almost silhouetted in the haze of heat, with embers kicking up from the magma around them. And as soon as you see them, they've seen you, and they launch directly towards you. And so we made our initiative roll last time, so that we wouldn't have to do it this time. So, as the creatures immediately launch towards you, and you guys all immediately launch to your feet to answer, the first to act is going to be, I believe, Gale Riverrun.
Alright, well, I'm in the back, so I see the tail. So I grab
Yes,
it.
you
I'm
do.
like, what is this? I pull it on a little bit.
Ah,
Oh,
what
Wait.
was that?
that's a part of you? Look at this.
What? What is
You have
that?
a tail, Tabor.
Me?
Yeah. Huh. That's cool. Anyways. Brown, 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 and I ran. We're gonna swing and swing. Please
All right.
don't miss.
Oh. The dichotomy
Wow.
of man.
That's an interesting first roll. So, Gale, you, as these creatures race towards you, you hop to your feet and race straight at one of the kind of hulking, dark-furred dogs that appear to be kind of almost burning from the mouth and eyes. And as you reach them, you get a a crit and a nat 1 with your 2 swipes. So the crit obviously hits, so roll your damage.
Ten damage.
All right. So yeah, you slash at the creature, and you feel your blade kind of sink into its flesh. And as your blade sinks into its flesh, Shadowheart senses strength in the creature and wants to consume it. It only has one, so you, I'm assuming, want to consume it.
Gimme.
All right, you consume this creature's fire immunity.
Alright, Kosh, one's ready. That's my turn.
Is that all, Gale?
Yep, that's it.
Very well. The next act will be this creature here. Here. And it kind of charges towards you, Gale, as it sees you running up to meet them. It changes course and charges you. And as it kind of gets closer towards you, Gil, it opens that mouth, and you see flame begin to pour out. So make a dex save for me.
Oh, I'm
Got this.
all right at these.
Flamethrower dog.
Don't fucking know.
Yes. Oh,
do I-
nice one.
All right, you succeed the save. All right, so you succeed on the save, but you're still going to take a bit of damage. And so as that creature kind of runs towards you and then opens its mouth and that fire pours out, you kind of dive to the side, but you still feel flame kind of lick up your leg and catch your pants. You feel the fire begin to burn you. And so you're going to take... Clackety clack. Was that you hearing the dice? Was that what that was? There's a lot of dice rolled there. So you're still going to take 8 fire damage. Not too bad.
All right. Damage taken.
That's all the creature's going to do, so that'll pass us to Zero's turn.
Zara's gonna look down at his hands and be like, I don't understand. And then he's gonna look up, see the flamethrower dog, and say, Istova, and draw his bow and try and aim down the thing's throat.
Left or right creature?
The one that opened its mouth to
That one?
flame. So,
Very well.
right?
All right.
17.
17 does hit.
Uh, 10 plus 8. 12.
All right. Yeah. So your arrow pierces kind of the thick hide of the hellhound on the right, and the arrow lodges in there, and you see a little bit of ice kind of spread from it, but it doesn't appear to have any sort of particular vulnerability to the ice. The arrow lodges in there pretty deep, but it doesn't look too badly wounded.
Yeah, then he's gonna look over, see the tail, and be like, interesting look. And then end his turn.
Very well. Then that'll bring us to this creature's turn here. Now these creatures have sort of like a grayish red mottled skin, and they kind of hunch over like gargoyles. And they have these two sort of like wings on either side that are barbed with spines that go down their back as well. And so this creature, as it sees you fire an arrow off towards one of the hellhounds, it kind of swoops a little bit forward, and then just kind of makes like this this slashing motion with its wing. And as it does, it fires these little barbed spines right towards you, Sarah.
Ooh.
So, rolling down. It's going to be a 19, which will hit you.
Yes.
Oh, I have the wrong dice in my hand.
So maybe it didn't hit me?
No. That was
Aw.
my damage dice. I was holding the wrong one. It did hit you. So the spine kind of lodges into your shoulder, and it hits you for 3 piercing, and then you feel it begin to burn your shoulder as well, and then you take an extra 4 fire damage, and then the other spine that it launched sails at you.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. So it was 3, then 4, so 7.
Mhm.
Okay, and then whatever this happens.
And then it's going to hit you again for 4 piercing, then another 4, then another 4, so 8 this time.
Okay,
Yeesh.
take them.
That's all it's going to do, which will bring us to this Hellhound's turn. Which is just going to bite at Gale with its fangs. But it rolled a 7, so it is not going to hit you.
Big.
Bites
Down,
down on armor, and you kick it right off you, Gale. So that'll bring us to Kaj's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and summon Sooty. If I can.
Very well. You kind of concentrate, and as you kind of do that, it almost feels like Sooty's just a little bit distant from you, just like a little bit farther away, but he still arrives.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
So place him where you want.
I'm just gonna call my next toast right here. Good to see you, City. And then I'm going to bonus action healing words or.
Mhm.
What's the word?
Stop.
I have a
Oh,
question.
my.
What's the
I
question?
know your question.
Yeah, I have a question. Do the temp points go back?
What do you mean?
Damn.
Do you mean are you healed for 10 hit points?
For temp points, yeah.
No. 10 hit points are when they're gone, they're gone.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that can give you 10 hit points back is getting new 10 hit points, and it erases the old ones.
Yeah, all right.
So they don't stack on top of each other, and they can't be healed.
Okay.
So Kaj, is that all?
That's it. Yep.
All right. Then if that is the end of your turn and everything that you're doing, then that'll bring us to this creature here that I labeled wrong. And it's going to swoop in around here. And it's going to swipe twice with its wings and send spines flying at you, Kaj.
Okay.
The first one misses you. It sails off to the side, and you manage to dodge that spine. The second one is going to hit you for 7 piercing. And then you feel a bit of flame kind of spread from the wound. It's going to do an additional 3 fire damage.
Taken.
That's all the creature's going to do, which will bring us to Tiber's turn.
Okay, I have one question. How long is my tail?
Whip length.
So 10 feet?
Yes.
Damn, son.
Say less.
Yeah, it functions essentially as a whip. So if you want to like add something to your inventory that helps you with that.
But yeah, I'll just add a whip. Does it use the
Yeah.
same damage?
Yep, it'll just be a whip, basically.
Okay. I'm going to go here and attempt to shove this one, since I can reach it. Basically use the shove command.
Nice.
So needs to roll a acrobatics or athletics.
All right.
Because the tail still acts as like a melee attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, it would work with shove. It's just a
Yeah,
melee attack with range, right?
Me-
or
me-
reach?
mechanically, I don't know that a whip is a shoving weapon.
Okay.
Like when
Can
I think
I-
about it, like realistically, I'm trying to imagine you shoving somebody with a whip.
That's fine. Could I go over here instead? Like over here?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can take it back if you want.
All right, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna just swing on this one with my sword. That is a 13 to hit.
Yeah, you race towards that one instead and swipe at it. 13 does indeed hit.
And a 22 to hit.
Hits as well, so roll your damage.
9 damage and 12 damage, so 21 damage total.
Damage taken. All right, yeah, you slash up this creature and kind of open up a bunch of wounds across its flesh. It lets out a bit of a shriek as you slash at it.
And that will be my turn.
Very well. Then, as you guys are fighting, you notice that the creature being figure person in the back has not drawn her weapon yet. She has her hand on the hilt of a sword that's on her belt, and you can see her kind of like gripping it, but she hasn't drawn it yet. She just kind of like paces to the side, just watching. And that'll bring us to Gale's turn.
Oh shit. Alright. Swing.
All right,
Both 16s.
both hit.
18 total.
$18 damage taken. Yeah, so you carve up the Hellhound again, opening up bloody gashes across its hide.
It's still up.
It is still standing. It's breathing a little harder than before, and you can see it kind of bleeding, but it is not dead.
Alright. I'm already tired. Okay, that's my turn.
Very well. All right, and that'll bring us to this creature's turn, which right off the bat, let's make some rolls. Ooh, I like that.
No,
I don't like that.
I don't.
It's gonna pivot as you attack the spined devil in front of you, Tibber, and it's just going to
Oh my god.
flamethrower you. So it's gonna be a dex save.
6.
Oh.
That's gonna be a failure. So it's going to be 18 fire damage as you're just sort of enveloped in that blast of flame.
Ouchie. Taken.
And then this creature's going to move here. And end his turn.
Can I use my reaction with my tail?
Yeah, I believe so, as long as it's in your range.
Yeah,
It should-
that
it
was
should be
within
here.
10 feet.
So you can. I suppose it didn't need to move here, but I'll make it move there just because I said it would.
14 to hit.
That does not hit. All right, that'll bring us to Zero's turn.
Zeru hates that thing, so he's going to try and hit it with an arrow.
All right, which something in particular? This one.
Yep, that one. 23.
That hits.
And I get sneak attack, so 24 plus 7 is 31.
All right. Yeah, you draw back with your bow and loose an arrow that sails across the melted stone and meets its mark. The arrow sinks right into the heart of this creature here, and it was kind of like almost hovering a little bit, just a bit off the ground, flapping its wings. And as it hits it right in the heart, it just collapses onto the ground.
Pig.
Huzzah. Okay. Zeru's going to move back a bit. And that will be his turn.
Very well. Then that'll bring us past the dead creature and right over to this creature here, who's going to bite at Gale again. Actually, yeah, no, it doesn't need to do that.
Okay.
Never mind. It's going to bite at you. It's going to get advantage on this because it has pack tactics.
Bad dog.
Mad dog.
So it's going to hit you. I'm going to need to get another dice here. It's going to hit you for 7 piercing, and then you feel, from the bite mark, you feel flame begin to spread up your arm as
Oh.
it deals another 6 fire.
Woo! Okay.
Bad dog.
Mhm. Bad dog. Back based.
That'll be the end of its turn, though.
Oh,
Which will bring us to Kaj's turn.
I'm going to step up here, and then both myself and City are going to throw some fire at this one.
Nice.
That does hit.
All right. And then here's this.
Nice.
This.
That was almost a crit.
Also hits. And yeah, as you see the fire hit this creature, it does actually spread across its flesh, and you see it burn where it wouldn't have before. But it is still alive, though it does look pretty badly wounded. It's slashed up and burned quite badly now.
And that's my turn.
Very well. That will bring us to this creature here, who's going to swipe with its wings. It's going to split attacks, one to Gale, one to Kaj. So it swipes quickly with both wings, sends first at Gale. You're what, 17, right? 17?
17.
Alright, well, meets beats.
She.
So first the spine sinks into you, and the spine is going to do 3 piercing, and then you feel the flame begin to spread, and the flame is going to do another 3 fire.
Whew. Okay.
And then the other spine heads towards Kaj. But with a 10, it misses you, Kaj. Which brings us to Tibor's turn. Tibor, as you were locked in combat with the creature in front of you, an arrow sinks into its chest and it collapses, leaving you free to pursue other targets. What do you do?
I'm gonna give her a look in the eye. What's it? Is she just still like watching us, or?
She's watching carefully. You can make an insight if you want.
I'll say, yeah. Can I look like she's about to pounce or something?
Yeah, make an
Not
insight.
good. 4.
She looks tensed up. She's kind of like gripping the sword, but other than that, you're not really sure what her intention is. She certainly hasn't done anything yet.
I'm gonna. Which one's looking more beat up between these two dogs?
Between these two, this one's pretty badly wounded.
All right, I'm gonna move here and swing on this one
All right.
with my sword. Oh, nat 20.
All right. Well, definitely hits.
Waste.
That will be. Hey, limit testing. So that'll be boop. 5 plus 5 is 10. I get another. It's 19, and I get one more because of Savage Attacker. It's 25 damage.
All right. Yeah, you run up next to this one as they sort of turn towards Gale, both kind of pouncing onto Gale. You just run up next to that one, and as it's looking at Gale, you just cleave its head clean off, and it collapses to the ground.
And I'll try to do the same with the second one, honestly.
All right. Strike once more at the
Ooh.
second one as well.
19, so that'll be
19 does hit.
27. 27 to hit.
Yeah, the 27 hits, yeah.
Right. 11 damage.
All right. Yeah, you slash at the second one, which is in a lot better health, and you slash open a wound on its side, but it doesn't go down.
All right, I'll pivot more to. So I came from here, so that's 15. I'll move like here.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
Then that brings us into the turn order, and the person over here, she's still just waiting. She's watching. That'll bring us to Gale's turn.
Okay. Life is pain. Life is pain. How's he looking? Doggy look okay?
The creature in front of you, it has a couple wounds on it. It looks like it's kind of breathing a little harder, but it's certainly more healthy than you are.
Well, that's not hard. Go big, go home.
All right, you swipe
Take
twice
one
and
away.
hit twice.
Ah, damn! If I had my thing up, it would have been a crit. Boop, 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 boop. Oof. Only 14 damage.
All right, but this is the first time you struck this one, right?
Yeah.
So you consume its fire immunity as well.
Yeah.
It's looking more wounded now, but it's still standing.
Fuck. That's my turn.
Gosh, can you see if this one's immune?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That'll bring us to. That's the end of Gale's turn. That'll bring us to this creature here.
Oh, we're fucked.
Hell yeah, good.
And by we, I mean you.
All right. This creature opens its mouth and spits flame.
Honestly, my fault.
Dex saves from both of you.
I totally lined up.
I don't even think I
You-
bother.
I rolled a 4.
You did line up. Yeah, Gil, you're probably not making none of this.
Yeah, I'm
With
just-
4 hit
I'm just
points, I
kinda-
don't think you have a shot.
My bad, pimp.
We're taking the L.
I
You're
would
gonna
basically
hurt
have to
too.
roll 1 on like every single dice,
There's a possibility.
and you'd have to succeed. So, all right. Well,
Wow.
Does it-
Hey,
it doesn't.
nice.
It doesn't matter. Gil. You're going down.
Aw.
He tried.
I
to
nat
do
20 and it doesn't matter, Travis.
It's like he perfectly dodged a bit and landed on it while it was still there.
Tibbs, what'd you get?
4.
You got a 4.
Yeah.
All right, Gil, you take 11 fire damage, which downs you,
Oh, 22.
and Tibbs, you take 22. As
Jeez.
the battlefield just
living.
erupts in flames. Gale does like a really cool flip, but then he just lands on his back. It was a cool dodge, but it didn't matter. It was too big of an area.
Oh, that sucks.
That's so embarrassing, actually.
Well,
Um,
he's unconscious and cannot be embarrassed right now.
That's all the creature can do, though. So that'll pass it right to Zeru.
All he can do. Okay. Sarah's gonna freak out and try and shoot it.
Okay.
20.
20 hits. Fire an arrow across the arena. It meets its mark. With a 15.
Plus 8.
All right. Then yeah, your arrow sails across the stone and lodges kind of like right in between the rib cage of the hellhound, and you see it just kind of like shudder slightly and then collapse to the ground.
He's also gonna use whales from the grave, and to try and get the one that's still up.
This one,
Yeah, the spiky boy.
Beryl.
5.
Damage taken.
Okay. And he's just gonna be like, Kosh, Gale,
I saw. That was a cool flip.
and he's gonna end his turn.
All right, that brings us straight past 2 dead creatures to Kaj's turn.
All right, I'm gonna run over and give Gale a cure wounds.
Help me!
Get up, big guy. Oh no. And then I'm gonna
I can't get up.
City to shoot the other spiky boy.
Yeah, Gil, you are like wrenched back into the world, and you're lying flat on your back and staring up at like this burning orange-red sky. Kaj, what else would you like to do?
I'm just gonna have City shoot at the spiky boy.
Beryl?
Oh no.
13 does hit.
Oh wow.
Big.
Ooh, nice damage.
But it has a fire immunity.
Oh, damn.
So you hit it,
City
but
and this thing giving each other dirty looks because they can't do
Yeah,
anything to each other.
like the flame, Sooty hits it like right in the face with the flame, but the flame just disperses and it looks like it didn't even touch it at all.
Oh, a nice try, City. My turn.
Damn it.
Very well.
There you go, Tibbs.
Then that will bring us to this creature's turn. Who I think is probably just gonna keep doing that. Just gonna. Actually, let's see.
ooh, look at me. I'm all over here and vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he did
It's
not.
gonna swipe twice. And how's it gonna split that? It's just gonna go. It's gonna go one on Tibber, one on Kosh.
Okay.
Wacko.
All right. Well, it's not hitting Tibbs, but it is hitting Kosh.
No.
Stop.
So Tibber, the spine that it sends at you just clangs off your armor, falls to the ground. But Kaj, it kind of finds a gap and lodges into your chest, and so that's going to be it's going to be 4 piercing as you feel the spine first hit you, plus an additional 5 fire damage as you feel it begin to burn. The creature ends its turn and immediately passes the turn order to Tibber.
You bitch. Can I reach him from here? Am I like about to fall off here?
Yeah, you'd be like right at the edge there,
I'm
but you can
swinging if I
reach him
can.
from there.
All right, I'm swinging.
Yeah, like your feet would be like right at the precipice, and you kind of look down. It's only a couple feet down into lava.
26 and a 15 to hit.
Yeah, they both hit.
9 damage and 10 damage.
All right. Then yeah, you slash twice at the creature, and kind of open up 2 large wounds across its chest, which kind of send it careening out of the sky where it was floating there, and it just plummets into the lava. And you just hear
Where it
this
doesn't
like
burn.
you just hear this like hissing as it kind of sinks beneath the magma.
Oh. Okay. Let's see, that was 15 feet, so I can move. I'll just move back, I guess.
Come back.
Hello.
All right. So yeah, you turn your attention back to the battlefield and scan it, and all the creatures are dead, leaving only the figure who's standing here at the far side. And she's still kind of holding her weapon at her side. You can see her fist kind of tightly grasped around it. And as you kind of all turn your attention towards her, she says, "Hold. Stay your weapons." What do you do?
I keep
I
holding
get
my
up.
weapon.
Oh. Oh.
I just look puzzled.
Thank gosh.
Mhm.
What did she say in common? I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, she
said it
did.
in Orcish, actually.
She did say it in common.
Are we out of initiative?
Zeru.
Mhm.
Yeah, are we at it? Okay, Zeru still
Well,
has his bow drawn.
unless you go for her, she's not
No, I'm just,
making any
Oh,
attempt.
okay, because like
It's like-
yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
just
say
walking up and like,
I was like,
She's not hostile towards you right now unless you guys go for her. So
Surprise.
Zeru still has his bow trained on her.
and
but
she
is
does
not-
still have her fist kind of gripped around the sword hilt, but she's not drawn it. She's keeping it in the sheath.
what's up with you?
She kind of like takes the measure of each of you. You see her eyes, which are sort of an unnerving color. She scans each of you and kind of sizes you all up. And
How?
then she says, "You made quick work of the guards."
These
Are you not one of
guards.
them?
I am one of the guards, but rather than me killing you or you killing me, I'd prefer to offer an alternative.
What's the alternative?
Well, I'd hear your reasons for traveling here. And then I'd like to offer an accord.
We're closing the gate.
Mhm.
I see. You traveled through it in order to close it from this side. I see. And perhaps we can strike a deal after all.
Are you trusting her right now?
Absolutely not.
He's not trying to kill us, at least. But I don't know.
Are you a devil of some sort? Gale? Do you feel the urge to kill her?
Gel make insight or religion, whichever's higher. I don't know if you're great at either, but either
Or
way.
like which one's not lower?
It's a +1 or a -1.
All right, we'll go with your +1 then.
Oof.
It's not going to be a particularly hard check, but you won't get the full information with a 9.
Okay.
You do feel an instinct to kill her, Gel. She is almost certainly a devil. But she is strangely, you don't feel any like malice coming from her. Typically, when you were in combat with the devils that you fought in the past, you feel this like overbearing desire to murder you that matches yours, to fight to kill them. You don't feel that from her. It's sort of a one-sided thing this time, Gil.
I mean, she is a devil, but
I am, she says.
What's your name?
I'm an Arinyi. My name is Disrael.
You're not the one we're looking for.
Could you explain the tale?
She kind of takes a step towards you. And then you see her kind of like cock her head to the side and examine. Ah, that is flesh warping. Must have been from your trip through the Hellgate.
Is it permanent?
Well, you could always cut it off.
I mean, I think it's cool, but like, is it gonna be like something that they use to control me later on?
In truth, I'm not certain. Fiends are not prone to flesh warping the way you Hylics are.
What'd you just call me?
called you a human in their tongue. It's called Pylek.
I'm gonna bat Tipper's tail around.
Yeah, is it solid on there?
It looks like he's always had one. Looks like he was born with it.
This is so weird.
I kind of
Uh,
dig it.
Question. Who's the what's the name of the dude we're looking for? It's only coming up in my mind as OSHA, and I know it's not OSHA.
There's so many violations.
I could give you an
Yeah, that's
OOC reminder if you want.
Yes, please.
This place is
Uh,
hellish.
Yeah, the journals that you read spoke of an Ozra.
Ozra. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't. Okay. Can you bring us to Ozra?
You see her kind of like furrow her brow for a second, look over at you, Zara, and she says, Lord Ozra,
Oh.
I see. Then you would seek to kill him so you can close the Hellgate.
That's the plan. Yes.
That's the only way we know how.
Yeah, is there?
Also,
way
yeah, I
to
mean, we don't
close
have to kill
the
him. We just
I mean, we don't even know if that'll work, right?
No, that will work.
It will work.
He's
Oh, cool.
backup plan then.
gate? Is that the only way?
Well, in truth, I am not certain. I am not privy to information on how to open Hellgates. I am merely tasked in contract to guard this one.
Well, this real, you know what we need. What do you need?
Indeed, I would offer an exchange since you have a goal here and I have one as well. I will aid you in closing it, but in exchange, before you close it, I want to travel through it.
Sorry. Said that a lot.
yeah. I don't know why. So where's Ozra?
To like kill people?
It's not safe for you over there, and Israel. Even if it wasn't us, somebody else would definitely
Zara's
try to kill
gonna
you.
Zara's gonna put his bow away, and just all right. We don't need to talk to him.
Don't mind, sir. They're always rude.
True.
Killing Lord Ozra is no easy task. In fact, without aid, you might not even be able to reach him.
What sort of aid?
Well, you lot are Hylix. You will stand out amongst the population here. They will sense you. You won't last a day here.
Didn't plan to be here for a day.
Then allow me to adjust. You won't last 10 minutes here.
That makes more sense. What are we thinking?
What if
Israel,
it's
if we brought you back and you hurt anyone, we would have to kill you. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Why do you want to go back? Or go across? Whatever it is.
I mean, have you seen it here?
Don't be rude, Zara.
I have no allies remaining here. I am in contract with Lord Ozra to defend this Hellgate. But if he's killed, then I would finally be free to flee this place. I no longer wish to serve in Lord Ozra's army. I have no interest in his civil war.
So how would we get allies? I mean, who would be an ally here?
I would be. If we were to join in an accord.
Is that enough to defeat him?
I've seen you fight. You're strong. And I cannot fight him myself. It is part of my contract. I cannot raise a hand against him. So from where I see it, you are my last chance.
If we leave you alive, I mean, it's you're going to benefit from our little journey here, anyways. The least you could do is tell us where we should go.
I can guide you. That is true. But only in binding contract. That's how things work here. Nothing's given without something in exchange.
We're giving you your life now. Do you not understand that?
You say you're sparing me when we've not even fought.
Okay. Joe's gonna take out his daggers.
What kind of weapon does she have?
It looks like kind of a thin longsword.
Tibbs actually just laughs as they're taking out their daggers.
But as I said, I've no desire to fight you. Believe our goals align. We can both
Oh.
benefit from this contract.
Who did you used to be allies with?
A long time ago, I was a soldier, a grunt in the Prince of Chains armies. But no longer. I can hardly even be called soldier anymore. More like a slave for Lord Osra.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know it's risky, but if you brought her back and she was able to help you and Runica, like that might be like huge.
Well, I guess it kind of depends. I'm just gonna call you D because I already forgot. Are you willing to help against your kind on the other side?
When I'm free, then I can choose to raise my hand against my own kind. But as it currently stands in contract with Lord Osra, I cannot help you in combat.
Sure. So while we're here, you can only help guide us and keep us from fighting, but on the other side, you'll be glad to help us however you can, right?
Yes, if something is given, then I will give in turn.
Zeru had put his daggers kind of away when she mentioned that she was a slave. And now he's just like, perhaps if we made a contract where you could not raise your hands against us as you guide us there and back, I suppose.
mean, regardless of a contract, I don't really want to fight somebody who doesn't want to fight back.
Mhm.
I can't promise that it won't go pleasant when we get to the other side, but I'm alright with taking you to figure it out.
I think this is honestly sort of ridiculous. We came here to stop things from going through and possessions and whatnot. And
Sure, but think about it. What if they help us resolve what is on the other side?
we know how to resolve what is on the other side. The only interest I have is freeing you from this slave owner. I have no interest in letting them through to the other side.
I say we take a vote on it.
Alright, well, I vote to let her go to the other side and have a discussion with my sister.
I'm okay with her bringing her through.
Your sister is going to feel the urge to kill her,
Yeah, well,
as do you.
yeah, but I'm willing to listen.
Of
I'm
all
in favor
people,
as long
Galen.
as I don't sign the contract.
Nice.
The small prints will get you.
Do we have a deal then?
Sure.
As long as you put in that you will not harm them either.
Yes, I've no desire to harm any of you if we're working towards the same goal.
All right, how do we get this signed? I don't see
It's
no
probably
paper
in
around.
blood.
Oh, it's probably like what we did as kids. And he spits in his hand.
Ew.
Oh,
She actually draws part of her blade, kind of pulls it like half out of the sheath, and then just kind of runs her palm along the blade, until it cuts open her palm, and then she holds out her bleeding palm.
Oh,
See,
gnarly.
it's kind of dripping black blood. She's holding it out to whoever's gonna take it.
Oh, fuck, it's kind of gnarly.
He's taking it. Tibbs, you don't want to, right?
Well, it's kind of cool now.
Yeah, I'm not
I could do it.
stealing it now.
How do I like make the specifications?
Oh, you changed your mind fast.
Who, me?
No, Tibber.
True.
Draw your blood as I draw mine.
Oh, ew.
But different blades. Don't want to, cross-contaminate.
Yeah, like the handshake won't do that. Alright. He'll slice his hand.
Yeah, you cut your palm, and if you reach out your hand to hers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can it be
you
like-
clasp. Go ahead.
Mine's cold and hers hot.
Yeah, as you take her hand, she is like burning hot. Like it
It's
almost feels like
steam rises.
it almost feels like touching like a hot pan. And you can actually see some steam rising from your hands as she takes yours. And she looks you kind of directly in the eye with those like unnerving sclera of hers. And she says, "Very well then. Our contract is bound. I shall aid you in destroying the Hellgate and killing Lord Azra, and in turn, before the Hellgate is destroyed, you will allow me to pass through it."
Sounds good.
Now I'm to assume that Tibor is the only one that is bound to this, correct?
Gosh. I totally didn't read it. I don't know what I just signed up for.
God damn it.
Us-
So, like, we got you covered.
As she was speaking, like, Tibbs, you felt her voice was like almost echoing in your head. The rest of you heard her normally, but Tibbs, you felt like her voice was like right inside your head, and you feel almost like a little bit lightheaded by the time you release your hand from hers.
Oh, I might have fucked up.
You're fine. If it something happens, you know we've got you. Desriel,
Alright,
please
alright.
don't make us hurt you. You seem kind enough.
As I said, I've no desire to hurt you.
Alright, how do we
Alright.
do the thing? How do we get there?
Very well then. Gather around and allow me to explain your situation here. To begin with, you stand at the precipice of Lord Ozra's forward camp. Beyond this bridge, she motions off towards where Zero was walking. Beyond this bridge are countless fiends. And unless you find a good way to disguise yourselves, you will not last long. The moment they realize you are Hylix, they will kill you. Or worse, they will torture you for a very long time before they kill you. She looks at Gale. This one will not be able to hide his presence. So I'd advise you to find a way to make his presence here as inconspicuous as possible.
Is it because I'm loud?
No, it is your aura.
She called you stinky.
To even stand near you makes the skin crawl.
Well, that's all right. That's kind of offensive,
Take
but
a shower, dude.
well, what if I like disappear from your eyesight? Is that good enough?
I'm not sure that would work. You could try it, but even before I glanced towards you and saw you emerge from the Hellgate, I still felt your presence.
Oh, well, that's not great. So I can't go invisible. That's not gonna work.
It might fool some of the lesser fiends, but anything more powerful will sense you in a heartbeat.
Wait, Caleb, didn't you say you needed something else while we're here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I needed to find infernal iron.
Steel.
Iron?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, I will get to the camp in a moment. But she kind of looks at Tibbs and Zara. Your presence is... And she kind of like cocks her head and scrutinizes you two. You've already been tainted, warped. You two will not be as obvious.
What is it? Oh.
And then she looks at Kaj and goes, as for you, I cannot say.
Dear
There's
boy.
something unpleasant about you. But you don't have
get
the
that a lot.
aura. You don't have the aura that this one has, and she points at Gale. So you will not act as a beacon as this one will. Again, points at Gale.
All right. You don't gotta be so rude.
His points like yeah.
But I believe, she looks at you, Kaj, I believe upon any close inspection, it will be obvious that there is something holy about you. She kind of almost says that like she's spitting it.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks, or
Gil,
Eh,
that thing that you once did,
that's
when
really vague. I've done a lot of cool things.
when you said that you went through the wall,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
would that make
Probably.
you disappear?
Uh. Hmm. I mean, sure, I can disappear, sort of, but it's pretty pretty temporary, and it's very inconsistent. It only lasts for about a minute, so it's pretty difficult to maintain.
As I've
I
explained
see.
already, those of our plane act in contract, in exchange. You'll not find the others as welcoming as I, but if you play toward the exchange, you may be able to manipulate them before they are you.
Well, considering how one of us is already in contract with you, I would say that uh, that we could sort of stand no chance against the ingenuity of devils.
Well, to begin, I would advise you not to be seen in contact with me. I'm not looked upon fondly here. And if any who are Lord Ozra's eyes spot us talking, then the whole camp will converge upon you before you can blink.
Hmm.
But as for your, she kind of looks at Kill, as for your
Yeah, don't be rude.
beacon here, my suggestion is to hide him in plain sight.
Working
She-
on it.
She looks at Tibbs and Zero and says, "You two are already tainted by our plane. Partially of our realm. You will not be obvious so long as you play the part. So I would have your friend play a part too. No one will attempt to
captured.
no one will attempt to maim, kill, or torture your friend if he was already being brought by others for that same end."
Zero is going to turn into Liaz. I don't know how big she's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah, you shift over and as I said before, your hands are unchanged. Still those red talons.
Well, then I suppose we'll just have to bring him to Lord Osrilan.
It's not as simple as that. Allow me to explain the camp. Across this bridge, at the heart of the camp, are the prison yards. for tortured souls and those who've opposed Lord Ozra. Beyond them, to the east, you'll find the forges, where he forges weapons for his army, making ready to, and she kind of trails off and she looks at the Hellgate, making war preparations. But to the west of the prisons, that's where you'll find Lord Ozra's manor. Getting access to it is not so easy. Only his lieutenants have access. I myself cannot get in. And I don't imagine simply asking for an audience will work. If anything, it will only bring his attention upon you, and he's not as easily fooled as some of the others. He may see through you in an instant. So if your plan is to take on Lord Ozra, then you must find a way to gain access to his manor. Lord Ozra, she kind of, you see like disdain on her face when she even says his name. Lord Ozra is a schemer, and he likes to plan alone in his manor. He plans alone so that none can learn of his schemes and betray him, but that isolation can be used against him. If you gain access to his manor, then you will not have to fight all of his lieutenants and him at the same time. A fight I don't think you lot will win.
Okay. You know that, Tibbs?
Some. I know, don't fight all of them, because we lose.
Is there a lieutenant you think would be more vulnerable than the others, Israel?
Well, there are two in this camp. One frequents the prisons, the other the forges. At the prison yard, you'll find Bacchus. He's a hulking brute, not particularly intelligent, but one of the most powerful warriors in Lord Ozra's army. In the forges, you'll find Adrahasis. He has secreted himself away in his chambers ever since the death of his brother. But he's powerful in his own right.
I think we could get the strong guy. Just gotta out-tough him, you know?
Those are your two names.
Maybe. Didn't Gil mention something about, wasn't he looking for something too? Wasn't that right, Gil?
Gale was trying to have a conversation with his friend. He's just kind of talking himself, throwing his hands up.
I'll leave you be.
Gail, are you attempting to talk to the wind?
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to talk to the wind, but there's no wind here.
What the fuck? Hot air gets hotter because of wind. What the? That's so stupid.
He did say you'd be beyond his reach.
But I had a question. Damn it.
He's been excommunicated from hell. He doesn't get to talk here. His phone service doesn't work here.
What was his real name
5
again?
minutes, dude.
OOC.
What's that?
What was his real name again? Because
Who?
it wasn't Maragon, was it?
What, the stray?
The Stray?
Yeah.
Stray never gave you his full name.
Oh damn it! I thought I asked for it. Okay. What? Bear my name.
American
Oh,
was the title of those guards that you guys fought.
Yeah.
American guards.
The
Oh, that's-
American Guards.
Oh yeah. Can't forget about Americans.
God bless
But
him.
anyways, returning to the present.
What'd you say, Gosh?
Weren't you mentioned looking for something over here?
Yeah, the Infernal Iron.
Well, if it's
That
to be
sounds like
found
something
here,
I'm looking for.
you'd find it at the forges. But
Great, let's go.
I don't imagine you'll have an easy time stealing it.
What? Okay.
You said big guy does the forge?
There's a big guy.
Andrahosis.
Adrasis
A nerd.
is the one who manages the forges. Bacchus manages the prison yards.
Perhaps
No,
we could win it or something.
No, go to the forge.
As I said,
Yeah, I know. I'm a beacon. Yeah.
that wasn't what I meant, but as I said, those of our plane, they are wicked and they are cruel, but still they operate in contracts and equivalent exchanges. So if you can't see a way to steal it, you may be able to trade for it. Though, she kind of looks you up and down, Gil. I don't imagine they do any deals with you.
Sure. So, what are the odds of there being any remnants of Stray's faction?
She kind of like cocks her head to the side. Stray. Here, no. This is Lord Ozra's camp. Any remnant of that. And she kind of just trails off and leaves a blank there.
All right.
Has long been wiped clean from
all
Agramot.
right. Well, I mean, you're former Prince of Chains, so I just thought I'd ask. You know, shot in the dark, shot in hell, whatever you want to call it.
Prince of Chains was the one who excommunicated him in the first place.
Sure, I know, but he's not present, is he?
The prince?
Just- yeah.
No, he's not.
See?
Which is why
Just-
Lord Ozra has gained such strength.
Well, maybe I can strike a deal with Bacchus or whatever, Adrasis, whatever the fuck his name is. The forge guy. You know, Stray's a forge guy, he's a forge guy. Maybe we'll get along, who knows?
You can try, but I'd advise. She looks at Tibbs and then looks back at Zara. I'd advise your companions to speak for you. As I said, they will not treat you
Promise.
kindly.
We're not all this dense.
You're our prisoner, Gil. Well, maybe I'm kind of a prisoner too.
What?
I'm just gonna try and blend in. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna be marching around with you, they gotta make sure they know that you're on your way to get tortured or something. Otherwise, they're gonna come and try and hit you.
I wish they fucking would.
What do I do? I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to kind of make my eyes look like Israel's, just with like the black and I'll leave the gold.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna try and blend in a little bit.
Very well.
Oh, can I press the digitation to make my skin more same and not red veiny?
It's not so much your appearance, Gil. You are just like reverberating.
Bro, you are a
Like
sense stick.
I hate you. I prefer
you
glow sticks than
by taking the red and like
you.
scarring yourself with cauteries, you've essentially like purified your entire body. So while they can't affect you with any of their stuff that they can corrupt with, they can
Yeah.
also see you from like a mile away because you are essentially like a pure being.
Awkward. Alright, I can't think of anything creative. Fuck, whatever. Tie me up, I guess.
Yeah, in a realm of pitch black, you are a very bright light, essentially.
Thank you. That's a compliment. He called me shining. Alright, who's tying me up? Who's holding me? What's going on? Oh, Tipper, you should do it. Yeah, here. He hold his hands up. That way Ruva can just be the talker.
That's
Hey,
not
bud.
Ruva.
Yeah, whatever they are. They like to talk.
Who is that, anyways? Who are you?
All right. Yeah, you
What'd you
can't
do
go
with a
changing
friend?
on people like that. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, especially here. You blend in.
You should probably give a warning next time.
Yeah, that's true. Gale spent his whole life looking for shinies. He's become the shiny now.
Yes. Embrace the shiny.
Go
Anybody
ahead,
have
Tibbs.
any rope? Or metal
so,
chains?
actually.
Whatever we want to use?
Chain seems fitting for here.
Kinky.
No, right.
I feel like there's
Well-
metal everywhere on the other side of the portal, but over here, it's just like stones and stuff.
Fucking hot.
I have rope. Maybe not get too close to the fire though.
Nah, that'd be his stupid fault.
Alright.
I'm gonna tie like the most elaborate knot I can.
All right.
Like pull it just a little too tight.
That's not gonna come back to bite us later.
Why are you
Is
the way
there-
you are?
I'm sorry, what
there-
was it, darling?
Oh
Moody over there.
no! What
No,
was
I've been-
that?
I've been reading. I'm not entirely sure what you've been doing.
You know, can we leave them here and then just bring the other one back?
You tied up Gale. You're probably gonna do a lot of the talking because you look, yeah,
Tell me I gotta hear more of that.
a lot more.
Talking about what exactly?
I
About
really am
the
a
library
slave.
here.
Fuck.
Where we're going.
All right, but this is entirely on you, and as you are the ones that wish to do this.
You can just take my soul now. I give up.
This is what it takes to win, Zeru, or what do we call you? Who are you?
I'm Liaz.
Yeah, it's okay.
You can call
This
me
is how we
Lee
win.
if you wish.
Nah.
I need to stay low key apparently, so
I will not
it's gonna be
refer to
between you and Tibbs. And do you want Tibbs to talk to people?
And Tibor will be escorting the prisoner, and I suppose he can be my bodyguard as well.
Anytime you talk, Tibbs just has like the grating face, like ears on, like nails on a chalkboard.
You can go home, City. You're probably gonna stand out a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you should go
Bye
home.
bye.
Everybody say bye.
See you another time.
Goodbye, owl
Bye.
darling.
Oh, cause she could turn into like a mouse and hide in my jacket or something.
I can't right now, but maybe later.
Sure. Do we want to take a little? Oh, actually, no. It's probably good. I feel like shit. Never mind.
Yeah, Disrael's kind of looking you up and down now that you're tied up, Gil, and she just kind of like looks at your injuries and goes, "I'd advise you not to tend to your companion's wounds. Imagine he looks better like this."
Oh, I didn't plan to. All right.
As
Pretty good.
as you say that, Tibber, you see Disrael like she was looking at you guys, and all of a sudden her head kind of snaps to the side, and you see her eyes kind of like gaze off past you all, and you see her immediately grip her sword, and as you kind of turn to see what she's looking at, you see from behind one of those like stone kind of rocks that are jutting up from the lava, you see what looks to be a severed head with wings like flutter up like a bat from behind the stone tooth. And it is not flying in your direction, it's flying let me show you. It's flying in this direction.
I just
Is that
like
a
immediately.
spy?
Yeah, I immediately
And-
get on a knee.
Yeah, as Disrael's kind of like turning her attention towards it, she says, "A spy, kill it now."
Zera's gonna shoot it. Well, Liaz is.
All right. So it's
That
gonna
might chuck
it's
something.
gonna move. And so it's gonna move. It'll be able to get off the screen in a single turn. So all four of you, with maybe Gale being a little bit disadvantaged here, you guys will get to act.
I'm gonna
so-
throw Gale. No.
You guys can decide whatever order you want, but each of the four of you will get a turn, and if you don't kill it by the time all four of your turns are over, then it will escape.
Is it flying? Can I bonfire it?
It is flying.
Great.
It is a
Only we had a
looks
blast
like
of
this.
Eldritch right now.
Hey, go fuck yourself. Hey, I grab a dagger. I grab a dagger, and with my severely tight hands, try and chuck it.
Were your hands tied behind your back or like in front of you?
I don't know.
I did.
An elaborate knot, he
Tibbs-
said.
Tibbs, did you
I
tie
did
them
it in
behind his
front.
back? Okay, in front.
No.
All right. Well,
Oh, did you tie his arms? I didn't. I like was thinking that you did like one of those ones where you like just completely like rope around the person and then like. So
Nah,
his
just
arms-
I tied it in front, knowing that we'll probably have to fight eventually. But
Okay.
Tibbs,
I
Tibbs
did
even
make it hard.
specified that he tied it very tight. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. An elaborate knot.
So it's still hard to try, but
So whoever wants to take the turn first can go.
Go for it, Liaz.
Oh no! I want everyone else to go first because this is interesting.
Sure, I'm gonna throw a dagger. It's gonna
says
be
the
brutal.
most competent person at hitting this.
No, but the thing is, if I miss at the end, it'll be funny.
No, it won't.
Well, if I miss now, it's not going to be funny.
I'm throwing 2 wine bottles at it. Oh my God.
See, this is why we need this. This is why we
Oh,
need this.
Fucking legitimately the only thing I have in my backpack.
Is it disadvantage for me?
Gale, you're trying to
Borderline
throw
not possible.
you're trying to throw a dagger, right?
Yes.
So that'd be like kind of outside dagger range too, right?
Oh no, you can't
Yeah.
even double disadvantage.
I can't double disadvantage you, so it'll just be a disadvantage d20 without any modifier on it.
Oh, that's fucking mean. God damn it. I rolled
So-
double nines.
Double nines, is that what you rolled?
Yeah, but I had a +6, so I probably could have hit it if it wasn't
Oh,
for that.
damn.
Yeah, you might have, but
Coulda,
the
woulda,
fact
coulda.
that your arms are bound together means that you just kind of like throw the dagger, and it just almost goes like straight down, like you spike it right down to the stone, and it skitters across and lands here.
Damn it, Tibber.
No, it's your fault.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Gale, since you're the one acting first?
Yeah, kick Tibber.
Free action kick to
Wait,
her.
Are we able to do 2 actions, or is it like
It's a full turn like it would be in combat. So anything you can do in
Okay.
combat on your turn, you can do now. It's basically
Alright,
it's basically imagine this thing's at the end of the initiative count, and if you don't kill
Mhm.
it by the time it gets its turn, it's gone.
Okay. Damn.
Because it
I
can
wanna-
it can fly fast, so if it dashes, it'll get away from you guys.
You can. I guess I'll do my turn. What is it again to throw? It's like improvised weapon, right?
Yeah, if you want to throw bottles, it'd just be an improvised weapon roll.
I have two. I have 4, so I'm gonna throw 2 because I have extra attack.
Nice.
Alright.
Fucking bing. How do I roll? I don't even know what that is.
Just like a D20, right? And then
Yeah, I think I just had you roll your you're unarmed
Okay.
to hit. It's just easy to do that.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's about right.
Oh
Fucking
my.
yeet 2 bottles and they
Uh,
go anywhere.
that's amazing.
The
Look at that.
first bottle sails and just lands in the lava. You just hear like a pop and a hiss as it is just obliterated by the magma. But the second bottle does actually hit.
Yes.
Can I
Yes.
use stripping attack with it?
With
Because when you
a-
hit with a weapon attack.
I'll say no,
Oh.
Okay.
since
What's
it's just
the
a
difference?
It's got no
projectile
legs.
bottle.
Yeah.
There's no like
Is it-
sweeping of the legs. It's just flying.
It could have hit his wing. and
Is
then-
this still unarmed damage?
Yeah.
Then it's just 5.
All right. Damage taken. It's wounded, but it's still flying.
Now
Damn.
covered in wine.
It is covered in wine.
Good luck, y'all.
Ooh, that's flammable, isn't it?
It's literally in hell.
I'm not gonna risk it. Hestia, please. Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right. So Kaz, you act next, and you point a guiding bolt directly at it, and it arcs across, and just envelops this this flying bat-like severed head in radiant light, and just absolutely disintegrates it.
Beautiful.
It lets out sort of like this hissing screech as it dies, but it doesn't even reach the magma. It's just disintegrated in midair.
I'm giving Liax, or I think that's
Lia-
the name. So
Yes.
Liax.
Liaz
I'm
is
giving Liaz the-
clapping her hands.
Absolute meanest fucking look right now.
You're taking your time,
Brava,
yes.
brava. That was perfectly dramatic.
Picking up my dagger.
That was a bit unlucky.
See, we're plenty capable in Israel. We'll be fine. Yeah.
I should probably
Yeah.
get a ranged weapon sometime.
You see her like almost like she hasn't shown very much emotion at all the entire time, but you see her like kind of breathe out slightly, relieved. That would have, if it had been allowed to reach Lord Ozra, it would have spoiled our entire plan here. We
Wow.
would have found ourselves fighting the entire camp very quickly.
Perhaps I'll pick up a bow somewhere.
As I said, be wary if you're venturing into the camp. Small mistakes can cost a lot.
Tibor, did you want a bow, darling? I have my old one.
No.
All right. I also have darts.
Tibbs.
Kill
May
us
I
out.
interest you in darts?
I can't see you fling more wine bottles here.
Well, I'm almost out, dude.
Why were you just so ready to throw them?
Well, it's kind of instinct to grab for him anyway, you know?
Please
That's-
use the short
alright.
bow. I'm not going to be using it.
Short
Liaz hands out her old short bow. Please. Take it.
bow. Fine. I'll just stuff it in his backpack. Here,
I'm
clank
getting-
off another bottle.
I'm getting rid of the old short bow.
Why is it gotta be short?
I believe the
looks
person
tiny
who
in
was
Tim's hands.
using it, I believe the person who was using it most, Ruva, was quite short.
Yeah, it does kind of look like just slightly like a child's bow when Tipper holds
It's
it.
like a finger bow to him.
Shall we go then, or are we still dawdling for no apparent reason?
There was a very apparent reason.
How do we
Yes,
reach you, Israel, if we need to?
I cannot accompany you into the camp, as if I'm seen there, they'll know I have abandoned my post at the Hellgate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Were you able to, like, talk in my head again? Is that like a range thing?
We are in contract, so as long as we are on the same plane, I can reach you.
Cool.
I'm
And so
no
I'll have someone
arch-
talk to me now.
I'm no archdevil, but I should be able to reach you so long as we remain on the same plane.
I have a
Alright.
question for you, dear. Liaz gets close to D. I happen to have devil blood on me. Now, if we were to smear that all over Kaj or Gale, would that make them less beacony?
She kind of looks around at you all, and she just kind of like points at. She points here. Is that one Kaj or is that one Gale?
The blue one is Gale.
It will not help that one. Not in the least bit. But it may disguise that one.
Ah, perfect.
Won't hold up under close inspection, but it will help keep eyes off from afar.
Kaj,
Mhm.
Liaz is gonna give you 2 vials of devil's blood.
Mhm.
Just, I don't know, smear it all over yourself or something.
Mm.
And save one for later, maybe. It might, fade or something.
Okay.
I'm getting rid of 2 devil vials.
All right, I'm gonna use one of the vials and kind of smear it all around my face and neck. Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
you smear some of it around on you, Kaj. It does feel like it kind of like burns a bit on your skin. Kind of hurts. Yeah, it almost makes your like your skin feel like you have like a really strong like sunburn now.
Hey, when we
think
get
that
back,
went
can we not tell Hamadine about this part?
Oh,
Please.
please.
I already assumed we're not telling anybody about this.
Okay, just this part specifically. Just no.
Don't be so dramatic. Let's go.
I'm gonna pull my like hood over my head and kind of slink alongside him.
Yeah, she steps to the side, and you turn your attention toward the bridge formation across the sort of lava magma lake that you are currently standing with him. As you guys kind of walk forward and you sort of get a better sense of your surroundings, you can see that there's this magma does stretch on for quite some distance, and the area sort of ahead of you appears to be like a series of rocky islands in this magma lake. And all around you, it's a little hazy in the distance, but all around you can see these sort of like jagged stone walls, almost as if you're in like a massive crater filled with lava. But as you make your way across this bridge, you can see another one of those rocky islands, larger than the one you're currently on, in the distance. And you can see, as you get closer in the heat haze, these malformed creatures that are all going about their business. So if you just give me a moment to... let me just adjust something quick. I think that's slightly too big. Let's turn that down. That's a bit better. Scale was off slightly. We'll make a small adjustment and then I'll adjust as we go. All right, so as you reach the other side of the bridge, you can see this sort of like archway strung up with chains that are all kind of fastened along that jagged stone bridge. And you can see these walls made from rusted metal that stretch around the compound.
Boy.
Now, where is it we wish to go first?
I believe it was the forge, right?
All right. Follow me then. Liaz is going to saunter confidently towards the forge.
Yes, you pass through the archway and into the prison yard. And as you walk in, you can see spread throughout the yard a couple kind of smaller buildings off to your left and right, made from those same kind of like jagged, sharp-looking bricks and rusted metal. Just stop moving for a sec. And as you kind of look past them, past a bunch of tables that are splattered with viscera and meat, you can see what appears to be the prison yard itself proper, where along the far wall there are skeletons lashed to wheels, as well as more of those creatures that you saw back in Merkling Depth, the sort of melted puddles of flesh with faces and arms. They seem to be like chained up and are being like forced to work. You can see them with pickaxes splitting rocks. But all around them, you can see fiends. You can see misshapen creatures, some of which look familiar, spined devils and hellhounds, but other new misshapen creatures kind of hulk before you, as well as creatures clad in heavy armor and kind of diminutive imps that flutter about and jab with little pitchforks at the flesh creatures. You can see this one here that's kind of standing. It's tall, taller than all four of you. And it has like a chain flail in its hand and is just like whipping the creatures as they work. And every time it does, you hear them make like a horrific howling screech in pain. And then you see the wound stretch across its back, and then it slowly but surely heals, only to be replaced by another wound moments later. As you're kind of walking confidently into the yard, you get almost immediately accosted by a little imp who begins to flutter around you. And he just kind of like circles you as you walk.
Yes, what is it, dear?
And as he's kind of like circling you, he kind of like he pokes you with his pitchfork, but he's just kind of hitting you with like the butt end of it, not the sharp end. And he's going, "Tiefling, eh? Tiefling. Been a while since we've had one of those around here. What are you doing here?" And he just keeps poking you.
What does it look like? I'm on a mission.
Mission? What kind of mission? He just keeps circling, pestering.
I don't see how that's any of your business, dear.
Well, maybe it is. How will we know unless we talk about it?
I don't wish to talk to you. Liaz is going to start walking away.
He loses interest in you and begins to flutter around the others. He pokes at your tail, Tipper. He's just straight up jabs you with the pitchfork, Gil. And he deals 1 hit point to you.
Oh, dang. What a little imp.
He goes, "Prisoners, eh? Prisoners? Bringing them to the prison yard to be punished?"
Says nothing. To
Says nothing and just walk past. You hear him kind of like mutter as you walk off. Boring. Absolutely boring. As you walk past these ones, as you guys get to about here, this kind of hulking looking barbed creature covered in chains and armor kind of turns to notice you all, and kind of looks at you're leading, and says, "More prisoners for the yard?"
No, these ones are special, dear.
Special how?
Special as in not for you.
He kind of like steps closer towards you. He's like twice your height. And he goes, "Then who were they for?"
Ooh, out of the way, love, if you don't mind.
He doesn't move. "Who were they for?"
Well, I'm supposed to bring them to the forge, and then I suppose I'll know what I'm supposed to do next.
"To the forge? Why would you need to do that? They're already here at the prisons. That's where prisoners belong. With me."
And like I said, love, these are different. Can't you tell? Or are you blind?
He kind of like steps over to them and looks them up and down. He kind of just like kicks you, Kel. Doesn't do any damage, but he just kind of like knocks you off balance with one heavy metal boot. He goes, "This one's strange. I want this one."
And maybe you'll have him, but only if you're allowed. Which we will not know until I go to the forge.
"I want him now. Let's trade. I'll give you one of these lot." He just gestures towards the many prisoners, the flesh puddles. "Let's trade."
You're serious? Do you not feel how icky he is? He's special.
"Oh, I feel it. I want to torture him myself. I don't want you to pass him off to anyone else. I'll trade. I'll even give you 2 for 1.
I don't want your filthy little maggot eaters. This one's already under my purview, and therefore you will move.
Your purview. And who are you?
Who am I, darling?
Yeah.
Liaz just
Haven't seen
laughs.
you around here before.
Then I suppose you're not important. I'm Liaz of many faces.
I'm gonna have you make a roll.
Okay.
I'll have you make.
Uh-oh.
I think performance works here. I'll have you make a performance.
Okay. Oh God, 13.
It's pretty difficult to read his face because he doesn't really have one. You're sort of just looking at an iron helm with no eyes, no mouth. But you do see him kind of like, almost like bristle a little bit, like he kind of stands up straighter. Clearly, whatever you said kind of irked him. He goes, not important. I've never heard of you, so maybe you're not important.
No. That's not how that works.
I think it works just fine. I tell you what, I'll even sweeten the deal. You can have all this lot, but I want that one. Points at Gale.
You do know that he's worth more than anything that you have. And I suppose that sort of shows how more important I am than you.
Worth more? Now, whatever do you mean by that?
Can't you feel him?
Yeah, he kind of looks over at Gale and sees that Gale's wounded and goes, does he scream nice when you hurt him?
No, he sort of just goes down. He'll kind of groan a little bit, but it's nothing fun.
He kind of pauses for a moment. Looks back at Gale.
I mean,
Let
look
me-
how injured he is now. He's not even whimpering.
Let me try at least.
All right, but don't kill him.
You hear him kind of like laugh from behind the helmet. Oh, don't worry about that. And unless anybody's gonna stop this, he's just gonna attack you.
Nope.
Well, yeah, he just he kind of like rears back with this chain flail that he's got, and he is going to strike you, Gale. Now the flail, as it you feel it bite into your skin, Gale. It's going to deal. Let me roll that. It's gonna deal 12 hit points.
No.
Collapses to the ground.
Actually, no, you don't, Gale. As you feel that pain, it's like you're just about to pass out from the pain. But then you feel it just subside slightly. The flail doesn't want you to die. The flail wants you to be awake to feel it. So it leaves you at 1 hit point.
He collapses to the ground, coughing, spits blood.
My dear, what sort of weapon is that?
He kind of like holds it up higher in his hand and says, "You like that, huh?"
Well, it's rather convenient, I must say.
It's perfect for its purpose, that's for sure.
Well, maybe you're more important than I thought you were.
He kind of looks you up and down again, Gil, and goes, "You're right. He doesn't squeal. It's not as fun as I thought he'd be."
I did try to warn you, but anyway, we've wasted enough time as it is. I have an appointment to keep.
Very well. Glad to be rid of you. He turns around and just begins to take it out on this one. And just absolutely kicks the shit out of that one.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Does he feel like a quality that has a heart of quality that I desire?
He's a fiend, but he's not particularly potent.
Okay. Once we get that earshot, it's like fortunate. Wanted to kill that fucker.
But we can if we wish later.
I'm
But
gonna sneakily give Gale a healing word too, just to freshen up a little bit.
ooh, nice.
Almost double digits.
Hang in there, buddy.
All right. So the four of you make your way across the next bridge and off towards the stone island in the distance. Similar to the one that you were just on, it has these kind of tall, rusted walls and an archway that allows entry. And one moment. And as you reach the other side of this bridge, you can see another yard out in front of you.
And so, what exactly are we supposed to do here?
We're looking for Aldriasis.
Why?
I'm trying to persuade him.
Can't we just take the iron?
Sure, if we kill all of them.
Let's try taking it first.
Oh, you want to trade it? Sure. Go for it.
Leaz is going to confidently walk over
So
to the
just
wall.
pause and let me set the scene.
Yeah.
So as you enter into this yard, you can all see on the far side like a roaring fire that's held inside this rusted forge made of sharp brick and iron. And you can see several creatures all kind of like huddled around anvils, and you can hear kind of the grinding of metal in the distance. You can see off to your right, there's sort of like a larger building that's sort of wrapped in chains, a little more proud and kind of like taller than the ones that you saw in the prison yard. And you can see more of those sort of flesh puddle creatures. Though these ones seem bound into servitude, into work, as they are sort of toiling away in front of the burning fire. On the very far side of this yard, you can see what appears to be leather stretched out across a tanning rack. It's hard to see it unless you get closer.
Yes, we'll get closer.
All right. Yeah, so you continue to walk across the yard. Throughout the yard, you can see more imps kind of perched up on the wall. Some of them kind of watch you as you pass with interest. And you can also see these other creatures that are sort of these odd-looking bipedal creatures that skulk about, some of them chewing on bones with long fangs and winding tongues.
Liaz is going to walk up to this one and say, "Now, hello, dear. Where are your iron reserves? I need as much as that one can carry."
Yeah, you walk up to another one of the creatures that's kind of clad in armor, and it's working away on an anvil and kind of forging what appears to be a rather massive and nasty looking axe. And it kind of keeps working as you walk up, but after you kind of continue to talk, it eventually pauses and straightens up to stand over you again. And goes, "A request for iron? No, I handle the forge."
Well, perfect. Then you'll know exactly where to get it.
If you need something built, then I will build it. But the supplies are not for you. They're mine.
All right. Well, then take some of your supplies and give it to me.
Do you think we just do handouts around here? That I'm just going to give you whatever you want?
Well, yes, of course.
He immediately turns around and goes back to work. And you kind of hear him like chuckle from behind his mask.
Absolutely no class. Well, that didn't go well. I suppose we'll have to find this. Well, she's gonna say this loud enough, hopefully, so that he can hear it. I suppose we will have to speak to this Adrasis and get it from him. Shall we? She's going up to this.
All right, yeah, you can see that there's like an iron door there. And in fact, this door actually looks a little familiar to you guys. You've seen a door like this before.
Uh-oh. History check?
I
Or
don't
do
think it
we
would be
remember?
required. I don't think it'd be required. It wasn't that long ago. You saw something like this on Autumn's Wall.
Oh. Yeesh. So, who's going to open the door?
Dibra will go to open it.
Oh no. Liaz takes a step back.
All right. So yeah, there's not like a handle, but there's like kind of two rings that one would use to either knock or pull. And so you're just trying to pull it open?
Yeah. Trying to do it like a bodyguard would, where you kind of step in from aside and
Yeah, you attempt to pull out. Can you make a con save for me?
damn.
Damn.
Mhm.
All right. With a 9, as you kind of step in here, you just get like this bolt of pain through your head. The rest of you, it's really brief, but for a moment you feel like you just saw like a red lightning bolt crackle across Tiber's whole body. And you kind of see him like seize up slightly.
Ooh. How did we open the other one? I can't remember.
I broke it.
That's gonna be 12 necrotic.
Oh god.
And then you sort of like force your hand to release it, and kind of step back, Tiber.
Well,
you just hear like a soft just laugh from behind you.
Is there something funny?
You see him kind of stand up again and go, "Yeah, you lot waltzing around like you're so important. Clearly not."
Excuse me. Liaz is actually gonna like it's gonna seem like her eyes get like not fiery per se, but like
Brighter.
yeah. Just yeah. Be like, I am important. More important than you, as this is the first time I've ever had to see you.
Open the door then.
All right, but you're not gonna like the way we do it.
Go on. I'm watching.
Gale. Prisoner, do the honors.
Just shakes his head. No.
Why ever not? Well, this is upsetting. I suppose we aren't as, infallible as I first suspected.
I'm gonna produce flame and hold it near Gale, like I'm threatening him.
Yeah, for sure.
Do it.
Raises his hand and shoots. I can't remember if I had to use all 3 or not. I'll just shoot 2 for now.
All right. Yeah, you raise your hand and fire off the ram's ring with 2 charges, which fly at the. I won't make you like roll to hit or anything. It's just a wall. And so you hear kind of loud clangs as the spectral ram heads smash against the metal of the door. And the noise rings out throughout the whole yard, and kind of catches the attention of pretty much every fiend here, including some of the like the flesh puddles who are working. They kind of stop and look at you, and you kind of see like the door like kind of rattle a bit, but it's still standing when the dust clears.
Perfect. Now that's how you knock on a door. She's just gonna wait, assuming someone will come answer it.
You stand there. I don't know how long you'll stand there, but you're not getting
Probably like
no one.
2 minutes.
Then you stand there for 2 minutes and nobody shows up.
Oh my gods. What on earth is happening? I've never been stood up like this in my life.
Tibbs, can you make a perception check for me?
I'm really good at these, actually. Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, with a 20. As Liaz and Gale and them have their attention turned at the door, when you kind of stepped back and let them kind of step in, just out of the corner of your eye, you saw something move, and then you sort of turned your head towards it, and you notice that this leather on the tanning rack is shifting slightly.
I'll poke Liaz's shoulder and like motion towards it.
What?
As you guys kind of walk away from the door, you just kind of hear like a mutter of pathetic from this guy, and he just goes back to work. As he kind of turns back towards his anvil, he sees that the other lemures, which is what they are, these creatures, have kind of like stopped working to look at you too, and he goes, back to work, and then you see him just whip them.
Yeah.
And so everybody sort of resumes work, but you make your way over to the tanning rack. And as you get closer, you can see that, it is sort of leather, but as you approach it, you can see that at the center of this kind of stretched out hide is a face. And it is very clearly like a flayed skin with mouth, nose, and empty eyes. And as you kind of walk up towards it, you can see that it was shifting because the face was kind of moving in the hide. And as it begins to kind of shift and move, you see those kind of empty eye sockets kind of blink slightly. And then the mouth kind of moves a little bit. And at first it's almost like a soft little whisper, but then you hear a voice just say, water. Water.
Oh, moisturize it.
I only have wine.
You only have wine. Here, Liaz is gonna hold out the water skin to Tibbs.
Well, I guess try to hold it so it can drink it. If it doesn't look like it's gonna drink, then splash it.
Yeah, you hold the water skin up and kind of tip it slightly so that it can drink, and the water just sort of pours out the back of the leather skin. You see it kind of dripping down the back of the hide and then landing on the ground below. And the creature kind of like smacks its lips slightly and goes, who are you?
Me. I'm Liaz. Liaz of many faces, and this is my bodyguard. Who are you?
Pleasure.
I am the great Malfaxio, renowned scholar and wizard.
Ooh, a wizard. How delightful. And how do you find yourself here?
The chains, the sharp chains. All I wanted was research, but the chains, they flayed my skin, and now I am... This is all that remains of Malfaxio the Great.
But you still are useful for knowledge. Do you wish to stay here?
I wish to be rid of this place.
Oh, well, in a way, so do I.
And we are in agreement.
Do you know where they store the iron?
The iron. The iron is all around us. They make weapons from it. It's just common iron, nothing special, unless unless you mean infernal steel.
Oh, infernal steel, yes, that.
The infernal steel is managed by the one who did this to me.
Well, who did this to you, dear?
Atrahasis, that cur, he flayed me and strung me up like this.
So if we were to take you down, surely that would make him a little upset.
It would interrupt my torment. It would not please him. I'm
Okay.
certain of that. If you were to free me, I could aid you. I could make myself into any form you wanted. I could aid you. All you need to do is free me.
You promise you won't hurt us?
I have no desire to hurt you.
All right, then. Liaz is going to start freeing you.
What form? What form do you desire? I am leather. Now I am no longer a man. He's asking you to pick a type of clothing to become.
Yeah, like a bracer. Try a bracer, dear.
You must cut me free first.
Oh, of course. Liaz is going to start using her talons to gently cut the bond things off of it.
Yeah, you kind of slice along the edges to
With
cut.
surgical precision.
Yeah, you cut the skin free. And it kind of, as you're cutting the bonds free, it's sort of loosening the skin, which was at one point kind of stretched really taut, like painfully taut. But as you kind of begin to cut him free, you can now see that it's like old, kind of shriveled, wrinkled skin. Clearly, this person was quite old when they were flayed.
Oh, you poor thing.
And so as you kind of cut those binds free, he just sort of collapses into like a pile of cloth, and he goes, "One last thing. Before I can be free, you must promise me."
Promise you what, dear?
"Kill him. Kill that bastard who did this to me. Kill Adrahasis, and I will take any shape you want."
I'm not sure if it's amenable to our party or whatnot, but if that's the way we get the steel, then... Liaz is kind of just looking at her nails now, kind of like cleaning them.
"Until he lies still, I cannot be truly free. But once you uphold your part of it, then I shall be able to aid you."
Well, at least you're out of that torture rack. Until then, darling. Stay here, and hopefully he gets mad or something. Liaz is gonna go up to,
Actually, as you kind of start to walk away, you hear like some murmurs from Malfaxio, and he says, the barbed one, the one who tends the anvils. I've seen it. Adrahasis Liaz rarely leaves his chambers, but that one has a key.
Oh. Thank you. So, the one that was being rude to me earlier has a key. We have to kill Adrastus if we want the wizard to help us, but I suppose that's up to you. I can't quite remember why we're doing this whole steel thing anyways.
Do we think we can fight everybody here?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure those little Uzi things aren't willing participants.
We're only here because Gale needs it.
Why does Gale need it? Why do you need it, dear?
Because I need it to make armor.
Oh, you're making armor. All right. I didn't know that part. Okay. How important is this armor of yours?
I really want it.
Okay, fine. Then we'll have to kill everyone. Liaz starts walking towards the spike dude.
Can we not just take the key and open the thing?
Hi, hello, yes, me again.
Ugh. He stands up straight.
I'm gonna get ready to cure Gale while Lex has
Liaz is going to clap her hands.
If you want to like ready that cause, then if there's an initiative roll done, then you'll do the healing just before the initiative roll.
Okay, cool.
Liaz is gonna clap her hands with each one of the words that she says next, which is
Yeah.
I would like the key.
Why should I give it to you?
Well, dear, I just asked politely.
So? What do I get in exchange?
What do you want in exchange?
Kind of like, you see his neck kind of crane back and forth. You got any soul coins?
Ooh, I'm fresh out.
Well, then what are you going to trade?
Would you like a song? I could sing you a song if you wish.
Not interested. He kind of looks past you. He points at Tibber. Goes, that one looks strong. He could work the forge. Trade me him.
Ooh, he happens to be my personal bodyguard. I'm not sure how I will deal without him.
Seems like you don't
she
want this key
dramatically-
bad enough then.
Oh, I want it bad enough. I just don't like the way you are asking me for things.
What
I
about
think you
your
just
other
give it
one
to me.
then?
Which one?
Points at Kosh. Can you work a forge?
I don't know. I've never asked him. Hush, dear, can you work a forge?
I'm gonna wave a hand. Can I control flames of forge? Or is it magical flame?
The flame in this forge does appear to be the same kind of flames that you saw erupting in the woods around Merkling Depths. It's sort of an unholy infernal flame.
Okay, so I'm gonna reach toward it, and then I'm gonna move my hand back towards Liaz. I'm gonna like shake my finger now.
Apparently this fire is not amenable to him.
And what use is he to me?
I mean, what use are you to me if you don't give me the key? We're not really talking about people's uses here, are we?
If you don't want to exchange anything, then I'm not going to give you anything.
Dear, Liaz is gonna like put her hands to her forehead.
You want the key, but you're not willing to trade a worker for it. You're not willing to trade a soul for it. What good are you to me?
Why do you even need any? You have those. She waves her hand at the little goo boys.
He turns back and whips one of them in response. These louts don't look as strong as your lot. Bet
No, they're
your lot have
not.
got a lot of life in them. Can milk that right out of them. Get quite a lot of forging done before they expire. And then they'll join this lot. And they can work forever.
Oh, is that what they are? Huh. No, you will give me the key. Liaz says, commands.
He laughs. Not for free.
I don't think you understand, dear. I need that key, and you're the only thing in the way.
He laughs again. If you want the key, then you better trade for it. But you don't seem to want to trade for it, so no key for you.
Let me speak with my compatriots once more. Liaz is
Uh-huh.
going to come up. Yeah, can we just kill him?
Good luck.
You might have to.
Like I said, how important is this steal?
I really,
We
really
have to
want.
get to that lieutenant anyways, too. So
Why?
We have to get there. Get one of the keys from the key person, right?
To the manor? I mean, is that the way to get into the manor, or can we just go into the manor?
no way to get in.
No
Yeah.
way to get.
You can't just
in.
walk in there.
Ugh.
Yeah, Disrael told you guys that you won't just be able to walk in on your own, and that trying to draw Ozra out might just make him realize what you're doing. So she said to try to seek out his lieutenants first, Adrastus and Bacchus, who are the only ones who have ever been granted access. So she didn't say you had to
Alright.
find both of them. She just said that you should seek them out.
Okay, well, Liaz was not listening at that point, so she will only know what you guys tell her.
We need to get these lieutenants out of the way. But we're also not really in a shape for a fight. So what if we step away for a bit and then come back?
All right. Well, where will we rest? I don't believe there's really a good place for it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why don't you trade information or something?
All right.
Or tell them that you're with the head honcho here, and this is direct orders or something.
Hi. Me again. So you are going against direct orders from Adrastus, correct? That we're getting past that point.
Haven't heard any orders.
Well, he ordered me to come see him, so
He ordered you to flounder around and fail to trade things. I don't
oh
think
my
so.
God. All right, well, if you give me
Really?
the key,
You're telling me that Lieutenant Adrastus asked you to walk up and embarrass yourself in front of me? Is that what he said?
oh, I didn't think it was that embarrassing. I honestly thought that he
Wrong.
would come to the door. All right. Do you want information?
Why would I need information? What are you possibly going to tell me that I would want to know?
That perhaps there's a mole.
You going to tell me new techniques on how to make a fool of myself? Seems about the only thing you could advise me on.
Yeah, I don't like your tone. Liaz is getting like kind of annoyed, and it seems fairly clear that she may or may not do something stupid soon if left to her own devices.
I will say, the more annoyed that you're getting, the more fun it seems like he's having.
I really don't like you. And I need that key.
I don't care.
Where is it? Liaz is gonna try and like reach up to his neck or like look in his pockets or something.
He doesn't exactly have pockets. He's
Yeah, she's gonna be patting him down.
all right. Yeah. If it sort of just feels like you're patting down like a metal statue.
Hmm.
It seems like pretty much every part of him is covered in either like a solid plate with kind of jagged barbs along it. Even to pat him down, you'd have to kind of carefully avoid the countless spikes that
Yeah.
cover his body. But the parts that aren't covered in the plate are like wrapped tightly with chains. And so there's really not anything to find. He doesn't have any pouches or parcels or a pack on him. He's just metal, rusted metal.
What is your problem? And you don't seem to have pockets. Where are you hiding it? Give me a hint, at least.
Are you gonna keep me from my work much longer?
I will if necessary.
At first, it was annoying. Then it started to be a little bit funny, but it's starting to get annoying again.
Perfect. Now we're both in the same boat.
So, why don't you just run along? Go find yourself something of value to trade with, and we'll talk. Till then, I want nothing to do with you.
Liaz is gonna stride. 1, 2, 3. Okay, right here. Take out her bow. Say Isfoda, and train an arrow at this man.
All right, yes. Roll your roll.
Can I do the healing I was gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess
watch her
this
miss completely.
Yeah, if this is a
might
miss,
be
it might not
hilarious.
be advantage. It might not be
Yeah.
initiative roll.
It might be
well,
hilarious.
It does hit.
Okay.
Can I be loosening my ropes while this is going on? Is this being a time?
I'll cut his rope off if I have an opportunity.
Yeah. All right. So each of you roll initiative just for the sake of it. Tibbs, if you roll higher than Gale, you can cut his ropes off.
That's not gonna happen.
Initiative.
Almost.
Almost got it.
close.
All right, Gale, for your very first turn, you'll have the ropes on. You can cut them off yourself, or wait if you really want to. But for the very first turn, you'll have your ropes around you still.
I'll probably spend my turn cutting it if you don't get it.
Okay.
All right. So Gale, that was a 6 since it didn't auto enter, and that was a 15 for Kaj. The rest are entered. Perfect. Now we are really close to 3 hours, so I kind of feel like we should probably stop here because
yes.
if we do it, it'll probably take another like 40 minutes at least, because that's typically how long combat takes.
Is everything mad at us or just him?
Well,
Right now,
I'll
nothing's
describe this. I'll describe this scenario. But
Gotcha.
I'm just saying, like, we should probably wrap it here at the end of this, not start the combat. But yeah. So as Liaz does this, and you see an arrow fly across the forge yards. It lodges into this guy's back because he was kind of stooped over, leaning towards his anvil. Just kind of lodges into his back and sticks there.
Oh, I
Um,
forgot to do that.
Yeah, do the extra damage too.
4. 14.
And so as it kind of just sticks there, you see him kind of like rise back up again. You hear just like a long kind of half metallic sigh, and then you just see like everything in the yard turns to face you. The spine devil that was kind of perched up on the wall here bristles with its spikes. The two kind of creatures here begin to snarl and turn towards you, Liaz, and the little imp that was perched up on the wall here watching these things chew on bones begins to cackle and starts kind of like grinding its pitchfork against the iron wall. These creatures here, these lemurs, they turn towards you, but they don't really seem like they're doing much. They're just kind of paying attention, but they're just puddles of flesh. And then lastly, this creature here, which is kind of like a pretty hulking creature. It stands a bit taller than Tibbs. It was sort of just like almost dumbly staring off into space when you guys were walking around it. Not really doing anything in particular, but as the arrow lodges in and that fellow there stands up, you can see that this worm that's sort of like burrowed into its mouth begins to sort of like pulse and move, and then the creature itself kind of blinks and turns its attention towards you. It's kind of like hulking and tall and misshapen. Like its left arm is like a different size than its right, and its left leg is smaller than its right. It's sort of a odd, malformed creature.
Can Liaz quick say something?
Yes.
She's gonna say, "Now that I have everyone's full attention, the key, please." That's just what she's gonna say.
Yeah. So lastly, this fellow turns around at a spot here, and he's kind of got like he's got one of those kind of flails that the other guy had, the chain flail, in one hand, and in the other he's got an axe, and he just kind of turns towards you and goes, "I'm really gonna enjoy this." And that's where we'll end the session.
I tried to warn you guys.
All three of us have less health combined than Zero. I know.
I tried to fucking warn you.
Yeah, now you're trying to kill us. Thanks.
Just saying.
All right. So we will end the session here because otherwise we'd be going quite a distance over our usual time. And we'll pick back up again on this. It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, really?
All right. So off the top of our heads, does anything interfere with next week?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
I believe that I'm fine as well. So we will pencil it in as a yes. And we'll pick up again next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern as well. And we'll start right up again with the first turn. So, next week's short session.
That's so mean. I mean that.
Yeah, next week's just like a 20-minute session, guys.
So confused as to what happens if we all die. I like really want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, dying in hell is not a good thing.
Yeah,
So
you get
not
stuck
fun.
there.
So yeah, we'll pick up again with that. As for the rest of the streams this week, we will work on the city maps that we're working on, get that nice and done, and we've made a lot of progress on it on the first stream. So we'll either finish it up next time or at least get closer. Those maps take hours and hours and hours to make, so we'll try and put in more work so that we can get that done, because it's nice to be able to use a stream to do some future prep. Plus, it's fun to have chat give input onto what they want to see in campaigns. It's always a good time to get little suggestions about locations that should exist in cities or weird little NPCs to exist in places. It's nice to have a bunch of ideas kind of thrown in for the brainstorming, and then you guys can see your little ideas be dealt with in person by the parties later. So yeah, we'll do some more of that this week because it does need to get done eventually, so we might as well.
Are you still working on the Ikamura maps?
Yeah, quietly in the background. I kind of have like two phases. I have the stuff that's already like pretty much ready to go. Just need parties for them. So that stuff I'm kind of like good to go on, and then the second phase is kind of the stuff that I'm now working ahead on so that I can be ready and not caught off guard if we need to do them sooner rather than later. And so I want to do an Ikamura one, and then I have another one that we're working on a city for. But I feel like I have this hunch that Incarnate is going to add an Eastern pack for the watercolor style. And so I'm like, I'm not going to make the Ikamura city yet, because if they add like pagodas and stuff to that art style, then perfect.
Right.
So we're working on the other one's city map for now. Which is Gaunt's Gold, which is going to be like a heist, basically.
I feel
But,
like I know a few people that would be down for the Ikamura stuff.
Yeah, I definitely want to do some of that in the future. Kind of like the next couple things that I want to deal with the living world is Ikamura, for sure, because now we can do that. So I want to do a campaign there, and then I also really want to do a Bleak Rock one. Those are kind of my
I want anything. I want in.
I will
Come
say,
here.
I will say we should do another candle tree. I was thinking about doing one this Friday. I was gonna make the announcement tomorrow into the Discord, but we should do another candle tree because I have one ready now.
Okay, I mean, like, Penfire's always ready to go.
I figured a lot of people are pretty much always ready for that. I'm not gonna let anybody reserve a slot until I announce it to everybody, but we'll just see what happens. It'll probably be either nobody will respond or it'll be a big rush. So we'll just see what happens. But I know that I'll try and prioritize people who haven't gotten to do one yet. And we'll see. Because, you never know who's got time on Fridays and stuff like that. Plus, they tend to go long, too. They tend to be like 4 hours. I've tried to trim them down so that they make a more concise thing, but it's just the nature of a one-shot. Sometimes it spirals out of control. All right. So, yeah, that's what you can look forward to. Wednesday will definitely be a map stream, and then I'm going to try my best to see if we can get a candle tree, because I got 2 ready. I have 2 ready, and we can just kind of pick which one we want to do. So yeah, look forward to that. That's what's coming up on the channel, and that's really all I have for you tonight. So I will send you guys to Boomy. She is friend of the channel who played in our Dreamwalker campaign as Duja, the Loxodon barbarian. Quite a fun character. She is streaming Sea of Thieves. Just going full pirate mode. So go and be nice. Go and watch that, and have a good night. That's really that's all for tonight. I'll see you guys either on the streams this week, or I'll see you next time for more 3 Crowns. We'll see if these guys scrape themselves out of this one. And take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Night
Bye-bye.
chat. Thank you for DMing.